what we do is, again, clean ourselves up. So when we transcend and we migrate to a higher level, we're creating a whole different reality percent of our potential. So no matter how much success somebody has created, no matter who's won the high jump or, acting or the best singer or whatever it is literally, that's only 1% of who they are, which is really fantastic. Again, I'm not knocking them down, but what if you could tap into the 99% of who you are, the possibilities that we haven't even uncovered, the possibilities that, Tony Robbins might see, but not really, he is like, well, I don't know how to tap into it. So I'm going to use resources, to stay a better version of our 1%. And again, I'm not knocking the book. It's a great book for you to aid yourself, but there's this ingredient that is missing. And I'm going to be going through the chapters, by the way, in the near future. And I'm going to comment on, what they got right, and then how we can do that better at a deeper level. So Life Force, it says how new breakthroughs in precision medicine can transform the quality of your life and those you love. They say it right there. Again, if you look on Amazon, you look up Life Force, it says how new breakthroughs in precision medicine can transform the quality of your life and those you love. The key word is the quality of your life. So you didn't change your genetic makeup, your genetic structure, or anything like that, or your identity of how you render or create yourself. Here, you're just making it better, right? So say that you're in prison, you just doctor up, say, the cell that you're in. You're making it more comfortable. What I'm talking about is freeing yourself from that cell, freeing yourself from that prison of aging. Do we have to age like we do? I'm proof that you don't. I'm actually turning 61 in the next few days, by the way, and I'm getting younger and younger. And it's not just me, okay? It's a ton of other people that are practicing or getting into being exponentially intelligent. So that's the new breakthrough that we want. That's the new human potential. And if we can understand that we can do more, on the inward side, right? Expanding our inner expansion, we can access how we age. We can access, well, if mom had, and these are real stories, mom had, cardiovascular disease. And, people get to the point doing the 18-day hyper meditations or, private sessions with me. They get to the point and it's like, you know what? I look like my mom, but I don't want to look like that at that age. I don't want to get older. I don't want to lose my shape. I don't want to have that cardiovascular disease that she has. And they start going down the list and going, no, wait a second. I don't want to age like that. I don't want to pass that on to my kids. That's human potential, where literally people in a very short time, they start moving away from the way they age. Women, especially, they can keep their youthfulness, the shape of their youthfulness, the vibrancy, the skin tone. They don't have issues like cardiovascular systems or whatever issue that you inherited from your mom and dad. Literally, those things can be deleted. So which one would you like better? Something that supports you as you age the way normal people do? Or you're going, hey, you know what? Gosh, isn't there a better way to age? Do we have to lose our faculties as their age? Is that true? It's not true. You can get wiser and better. By the way, nature does it all the time. Animals don't age the way we do. Even if we tapped into 2% or 3%, we'd be way better off than where we are now. And even now, scientists would agree with me. They say that, we're using only 10% of our brain function. And I believe that, but they're just talking about the function of the brain. I'm talking about the rendering of ourself, the rendering of our brain. So it goes much, much deeper than that. Okay? We're not following, say, the structure of how we age or anything else from our predecessors. We get better and better as we age. We actually start to evolve. Nature evolves. Humans just recreate. So we flatline. We haven't really improved, if you think about it, from, I would say hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But if you look at nature, it's always improving to the next level. And what I mean by that, if a pack of wolves or the wolf species in a certain area had heart disease, that genetic makeup would figure out a way to eliminate that heart disease so it doesn't transfer into that next generation. What do we do? What do humans do? generation after generation. And if you notice the illness patterns, now, we have 10, 11, 12-year-olds that have arthritis. Is that normal? We're getting, and you've got toddlers who are, they're having diseases of the age, Alzheimer's and so on. It's like, what the hell is going on? We carry not only, say, the physical burdens, but the emotional burdens and everything else that we've got along with it into ourselves and into the future generation. We're getting rid of all that stuff that's, that we're holding on to, and like restarting fresh. So that's what I call real human potential. And I'd like to give you an example about it. This is how much potential we have. So say that you have a credit card. Humans have $500 a day credit limit. Okay. Those people who say peak their potential, like, superstars, geniuses, business people, and so on like that. That's fantastic. They've used it very, say, intelligently. Other people squander their $500. So they're not, as robust. You've got a limited $500. You've got a limited span on life. You've got all these things that are going to happen. We're going to show you how to improve your efficiency on how you use that $500 a day. So is that really tapping into your potential? No, you're limited. But, one day, say you go through a course of XI, the 18-day hyper meditations or something, and then you start to find out, it's like you read the statement, it's like, shit, it's not $500 a day. I messed up. I've got $50,000 a day. So what you reached as your potential back then would just fail compared to your potential of $50,000 a day. No matter what you did here, right? No matter how good you were, how successful you are, how many people you helped, how much of a billionaire you are, when you really see your potential, again, that big potential, what you did here, and this is real life stories. Pitt is a handsome guy, women all around him, but literally he feels like a failure because he went from the limited version of himself into that potential. But the cool thing about that is, as you get acclimated to using this potential, and by the way, it's a limitless potential, so you don't have to destroy yourself, you don't have to shortchange yourself, sacrifice yourself, you don't have to control other people. That's the key. It doesn't come from a physical realm, it comes from an internal realm. It's the power of frequencies. Once you understand this potential, your passion for life, your, say, greatness comes through. And if you've been successful at the $500 a day, you drastically come into, say, high levels of success. This is where you regain your youth. This is where, again, you create companies or a success, or you even get into, say, higher levels of understanding your craft. That's what people are actually looking for. So that's the kind of potential that you can access. And that's real potential. I work with a lot of those successful individuals, high level 1%ers, whether they're success or, again, like top of an athletic field, top of the athletic, say, genre that they're in, or they might be a great entertainer. Again, they're at the top of the field, and they go, Mas, you know what? I don't feel complete. Why is that? Because wealth or success or being at the top is a magnifier of who you really are. So what that means is that your success or your potential is not based on your internal environment or your limitless self, your timeless self. It's based on an outside reflection. So you've done a great job, like becoming, say, the top of your game, but you're still ill. You're still going to age like your family. You're still going to, get sick like society and run through all the society's patterns. So is that really tapping into the human potential? It's just more of a better environment as we, say, age. And people go, well, I want to live longer. But most people, they hate the lives that they're running now. Why extend that? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, let's change the life that you're at so you can actually live the potential that you always dreamed of. I think people want to live longer because they want to get that. It's like, if only I can figure it out. If I just need more time. But then unfortunately, people have enough time, but they squander it, or they might not squander it, but they're looking in the wrong direction by, again, outside resources. What we do is, again, clean ourselves up. So when we transcend and we migrate to a higher level, we're creating a whole different reality. When you're in love, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. It's like, oh, I just love, I'm just in love. It's fine. You know what I mean? So imagine you being at that kind of love state magnified by, say, about 1,000 or more times. It's amazing frequency. So you're in that, say, brilliant state. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. It just matters that you're in that bliss state. And it's really a fantastic opportunity for us to really grow and expand. So we still might have the same economies. Obviously, money systems and so on like that are going to be different. The law mechanisms or rules and all that stuff, you'd be self-regulating than being regulated. Unfortunately, governments have to control more and more and more because that's the only solution that they see. It's like dumb down the people so we can control you. So it's easier for us. So there's no more robberies and all that bullshit, which is true. But the other way that nobody knows about, and this is why XI is getting so popular, is like, wait a second, if we self-control, which doesn't mean that you lose your freedom, you've got more freedom than ever. If you understand your limitations and your possibilities of who you are and keep expanding that, you don't need control from the outside references, outside people. You can expand who you are and be on your merry way and be happy. This is the tool that's going to allow us to tap into it and utilize it. And it's the perfect time in history to come into that higher version of who we are.